had just enough of life and you wanted to...
You're gonna do it! You're gonna fight God! You're gonna fight him!
Do that? Yeah, I can relate to that. But you're gonna have to get to God first, so how do you get to God? The only problem with getting to God is that he's on a whole different dimension. So, how do you get to that dimension? Well, come with me and find out. Let's first look at the dimensions before ours. Here we are, a blank slate. Now let's add something. This here is a point. A point can have coordinates, but it can't have any dimensions. Therefore, it's the 0th dimension. Now let's have a line. A line would count as the first dimension, since this line here has width, while this line, on the other hand, has height. One or the other. If you wanted both, you would go to the 2nd dimension, which has width and height. And then, the 3rd dimension, the dimension of width, height, and depth. There's one dimension after this, which is the 4th dimension of time. Going forward, at least. So, can humans perceive any other dimensions except for the 4th dimension? Well, it's complicated. But I digress. Our goal here is to fight God, so what dimension is God really in?
If you can control time in the 5th dimension,
You can control time in the 6th dimension, and whatever you control in the 6th dimension, you can control in the 7th, and the 7th, the 8th, so on and so forth. You get the point, right? So that means, sooner or later, if you keep going through the dimensions, you'll reach a dimension in which you can control everything. According to string theory, the last dimension is the 10th dimension. The dimension where you control everything. The dimension where, possibly, God is. But in M theory, there are 11 dimensions. In bosonic theory, there are 26 dimensions. And I would love to go through all of them, but I have something to tell you. You can't actually fight God. You can't even reach him as a human.
what?
Whoa, put that away. At least let me explain.
Fine.
See this napkin? If I were able to keep folding it farther than how it's already folded, its height would eventually reach Planck's length, which is the smallest amount of distance possible before the laws of space-time start to break down.
Why did I mention Planck's length? Because anything after the 4th dimension is a compact dimension, meaning that it's undergone compactification. This is where a dimension curls in on itself so much that it reaches a subatomic level. So, now what? We can't get to God in any way, can we? What about shrinking? Not possible either. You see, if you try to shrink someone who is about 100 kilograms to Planck's length, their mass will become 10 to the 10th power more than Planck's length, and they will become a tiny black hole. With that information, the next time someone says, "I'm gonna fight God," you can disprove them, scientifically.